Ahoy there, mateys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tasia, but you can also call me Tay, and welcome in. I'm so excited to have you here. Welcome back to Barbosa. It is day 3 on the island. This is my pirate-themed island that I'm trying to build in just 14 days. Today's an exciting day because we finally get to choose the codes and come up with the vibes for this island theme. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the beginning stages, is just coming up with what your island is going to look like. So that's what we're going to do today. I also have a few tasks that I want to finish that I started after I finished recording yesterday, such as moving in Iggy. I actually scanned in his amiibo yesterday, and I think I still need 2 more days to scan him in. So I would love to have him on the island. I think he'd be perfect. He has a really cute striped shirt, and I honestly think that is going to be the requirement for my villagers for this island. If you're not an octopus, you need to have a striped shirt on, and so far that reigns true. But speaking of my villagers, let's go ahead and take a look at my map really quick. So here are my villagers. This is the island map. As you can tell, I have torn down a lot of the island so far. I took out the river and I already started tearing down some of the top cliffs from yesterday. I am slowly in the process of just making my whole island very flat. I also need to make the island full of sand, so that's going to be a whole process in itself, but we will get there when we get there. But as I was saying, villagers. So far we have Marina, Rodney, Agnes, Octavian, Peggy, Zucker, Sheldon, and Phoebe. The ones I really want to keep are Marina, Rodney, Agnes, Octavian, and Zucker. It's pretty much 3 of the octopuses and then Rodney and Agnes. Both of their outfits are actually striped, and that just feels extra pirate-y to me. And all the other villagers on the island, these 3, will not be staying. I'm hoping to move Peggy onto my other island, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, so hopefully she moves out, or I can make her move out. We'll see if Iggy is going to ask to replace someone, or if he's going to ask me to add other plots to the island. I'm not exactly sure how that works. I'm hoping it is the first thing where I can just choose one of my 3 that I'm not keeping, because I don't really think I want 10 villagers on this island. It just seems like a lot, and I don't know, I just don't want a ton of houses. So if I can avoid that, I will, but we'll see. And yeah, pretty much like I said, this whole island is very flat right now besides the back of the island. And there's Marina back there. I'm not going to talk to any of the villagers that I want to keep because they will ask to move out, and that will limit my options when it comes to changing out my villagers. But yes, we still have a few little things lying around. I believe I plucked all the flowers out. I tore down all the trees. So we just have a clean slate in the front half of this island. And then these are my villagers that I had previously when we had the moving plots, so their houses are probably going to stay here for a bit. But yeah, let's just, oh, I do think I need to tear down this bridge. I also need to go visit some treasure islands because I need to max out my bells so I have enough resources and things to buy. I also have all these flowers lying around, which I do want to get rid of eventually. I don't know if I'll tackle that today though. I might just do that off screen because you guys don't really need to see me pick up a bunch of flowers and things. But that is pretty much the goal for today. Maybe I'll start with adding Iggy to the campsite, seeing if he would like to move on to the island, and then we'll probably start code shopping. But firstly, I do want to start clearing out my pockets right here and kind of fixing my house right now. As you can tell, I did pick up the pirate wallpaper, and it's just so exciting to see it on the walls. I just love already the vibes of pirate themed everything. So, oh, okay, good. I thought my storage was full, but it's just because of this journal right here. I do wish we could put those kinds of things in our storage because otherwise they just kind of lie around on your island if you don't give it back to the villager. I'm not really sure if I'm going to keep it anywhere. Maybe I'll use it inside my house, like for the captain's desk or something. Not really sure. But also, I guess I am technically the captain of my island because my house will be on the pirate ship, because all my other villagers are meant to be like my pirate crew. So yeah, I think it's just gonna be really, really fun to dive into this finally. Also, I'm earning some Nook miles. Let me just collect these really quick. Okay, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and ask Iggy to move on to the island. I think that I've only invited him one time, so we'll see how this goes. Um, yeah, but I just want to kind of knock this out first before we start code shopping. Honestly, you guys, never in my time of playing this game did I think I would be wanting Iggy on my island. He's just not really like a villager that I would consider a favorite, but he does seem to fit this theme. Oh, here he is, front and center. Hello, Iggy. How are you doing today? Honestly, his colors are just really, really cute. He's just like a really well designed villager, I think. Looks like he wants us to make a barbell for him, which, yes, we can easily make a barbell. And he gives me the recipe. Also, I am currently playing in the summer season. I think it's July right now. Yeah, it's July 31st. And I'm not sure if I want to keep this island in the summertime. All the grass is going to be covered with sand anyways, but I just don't know. Right now it's working to my advantage because I am getting a bunch of the summer themed DIYs in bottles, and my villagers are just giving me DIYs that are themed to the theme of the island. So that's at least a plus. Also looks like we have, oh my goodness, not Gullivar. Who is this? Gulliver, not Gullivar. I don't know if I have seen Gullivar in recent islands that I've done. I haven't seen him in a long time. Let me know if you guys have seen Gulliver show up or if he only shows up like during a certain season. I don't know. Or do you have to talk to Gulliver first? But it'd be really cool to have him eventually on this island just flying around somewhere. I think that would be perfect. So I'm going to craft this barbell really quickly and give it to Iggy, and I think we'll see if he will move on to the island. I have a feeling I only invited him one time, so I might have to time travel one more time. Alright, Iggy, here is your barbell. He gave me a robot hero tea. Thank you. That's actually perfect for Metropolis. Maybe I'll give that to myself later. Alright, and it also looks like Able Sisters is closed, but did I upgrade? Okay, no, I did not. I did not upgrade my app to have the portal on it, so let me go ahead and do that. I hope I have enough Nook Miles for it. Otherwise, we're gonna have to time travel because Abel's doesn't open until 9, I believe it is. Also, there's Rodney, and I know a lot of people do not like Rodney. And I was quite shocked when I saw him in my campsite. But considering we're doing a pirate theme, like, doesn't he just fit in? I think he fits in. I think I need this custom designs pattern plus. I think that's what the design portal is part of. So let's download that. And I do think we need to time travel one more day so we can ask Iggy to move onto the island. So I will be right back. Alright, it's the next day, and I'm inviting Iggy one last time to see if he will join this island, and also to determine if I'm gonna have to add in another plot in order for him to move on. Either way, he will be joining Barbosa. Also, before I time traveled, I just went ahead and demolished this bridge right here, so let me just fix this little river. Alright, with that out of the way, let's go pay a visit to Iggy and move him onto the island finally. So it seems this time he wants some firewood, which that is easy enough. And honestly, that's a perfect DIY for this island. Again, I've just been having quite a bit of luck with the villagers and them giving me DIYs that I actually need for this theme. Alright, Iggy, here is your firewood. Does anyone on Barbosa need a fitness coach, Waddler? Whoa, are you sure? I mean, living here would really help me take things to the level after next. Okay, I'm in. I'll call resident services and work it out with them. I heard from your resident services and they said no. I guess there isn't any land for sale, Waddler. Okay, so it looks like we do need to add in another plot. That is a little bit unfortunate. That's okay though. It looks like we're just gonna need a bigger pirate crew. So I grabbed a housing kit from Tom. Let's give this another go. I'm gonna try to squeeze this plot onto the beach over here on the left side of the island. I'm hoping that there's enough space. Oh, we also have another bottle on the beach. Let me grab that and this shell. I've been trying to grab as many shells as possible just to make my life a little bit easier if I want to build any shell themed decor items. Also, this house is not gonna fit here. This island has been a little bit difficult to fit things on the beaches, I've noticed. I don't have that much room. Um, okay, so it does fit right here. Let's just put the plot right here. And we're going to run back over to Iggy one last time and finally invite him on this island. Wait, we have a new development. Sheldon has a thinking bubble. Okay, this might be perfect. It pains me to say it, bud, but I've been thinking about leaving this island, Cardio. Okay, this is perfect. Yes, Sheldon. Take care. Go live your life on another island. We need to invite our pirate crew over here. And I'm thinking I might just go ahead when he moves out. I might just invite someone from a treasure island because there are some villagers on treasure islands that I know of that I really, really want for this island. So I think that's just going to make things way easier. But at the same time, there is this one dreamy that I really, really want for this island that I didn't really realize was a jock when I first was picking my islands. If I had realized it, I probably would have made that a priority to see if he would show up when we were island searching. And that villager is Rod. Rod is literally a pirate mouse. He fits with the whole striped shirt vibe. And I don't know, he would have been perfect for this island, but he's a jock, and starter villagers are always a sisterly and a jock. So the only way I'm gonna really find him is through either a treasure island, but I don't really know of any that have Rod on it, or from villager hunting, which I do have a few more Nook Miles. I'm not sure how likely it is that we're gonna find him, so it might be a little difficult. You never know. I can try to villager hunt for him with all the Nook Mile tickets I have left, and if he doesn't show up, we're just going to fill in Sheldon's plot with someone from a treasure island. Also, looks like in that bottle it was a decayed tree DIY, which not really sure if I'm going to use that, but it's a pretty good DIY. But now that Iggy has moved on to the island and he has his own plot, let's go ahead and finally dive into island planning. We're going to choose all the codes for this island. And we are here in Able Sisters. Looks like they have the bow today, which is so cute. I am a little curious what they have going on in today's shop. Okay, so they have some camo tees, which is this kind of piratey? I'm not really sure. I kind of like the blue version. Also, they have the cap and gown. Oh my goodness, I need this for my other island. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this graduation gown. And I like this striped shirt vest. It's kind of cute. I know it's like for a theater type situation, but I kind of like it. I might grab that as well. What else do they have going on? I think this could probably fit like a pirate theme if I put them outside of a building or something. I don't know, it kind of fits the vibe. And then they also have these dresses, which are super cute. Honestly, a pretty good selection for today at Able Sisters. I really like a lot of the clothing options here. Alright, the time has come for us to finally start looking for some codes. I do have quite a few on my Pinterest that I'm interested in looking at. A lot are by tay.crossings, so we're just going to spend some time here searching through these codes, and I may stop here and there to show you guys a little bit in detail on the codes that I'm selecting. But right now I'm looking for a sand path, a water path, and some deck code. I think those are the most important things. And of course some filler codes that fit the pirate theme, like some flags or just other little elements to go on signs and things. That is what I'm going to be looking for this first round of code shopping. Okay, so here's the first creator code. I already am loving the style of these codes. I do like this rope little design here. So I think I will go ahead and save this one. Let's just put it on the side over here. But what I really came to this creator code for was their water path. I really like this one. I think it's like such a really pretty blue color. And even better, it has this deck code that goes on top of it, and then all the water will just be cohesive throughout the entire thing. So I'm just going to download this water code. I'm also liking the idea of having these bridge codes that can kind of go over the water. Basically, I want to have a land bridge and then an incline that goes down and leads to the water along a canal. So I think that's what I want to use this code for. So I think I will download this one too. Next up, we have Colin's water code and sand path. I'm mostly interested in the sand path, however, I do like the fact that his sand path does blend into water here. but that would mean I wouldn't be able to use my other water code, and I do think I want to keep that one. So I think I'm just going to stick with the sandy path, and hopefully everything will just turn out the way I'm hoping it does. Here's the next crater. I do love these little plants and beams here. I'm not exactly sure how or where I could use them, but I definitely do want to download some of them. And then I mainly came for like these wooden planks and different steps that they have. I think all these codes really fit the pirate vibe, so I'll probably just choose some of these. I'm not really sure which ones specifically, but I'm definitely going to download some of these options. Also from this creator is this door, which this is just totally giving pirate captain cabin vibes. Also, we can't have a pirate island without some parrots, and these codes I think are going to be perfect for a pirate theme. These can easily go in one of those tabletop display items, and it'll look like there's a parrot just chilling on a desk or just wherever I put them. And oh my goodness, I just went over to their clothing selection, and look at all of these amazing codes. This kind of inspires me to do like a fairy core island. These dresses are so beautiful, but also I found this skull rock. I think I'm gonna have to do a skull rock build somewhere on this island. I've seen this code before and I was hoping I'd come across it on Pinterest, but I just didn't. So I kind of am really glad that I came across it here just from code shopping. And you never know, maybe I might have some mermaids on this island. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm just gonna download some of these codes anyways because they're just so good. I typically just download a bunch of codes, anything I think is gonna work. And then as I build, I realize that some things may or may not work. I might change the codes. So it's never really guaranteed during my first round of code shopping that everything that I choose is going to stay or work for the island. I definitely need some kind of map for this island. Also, these jars are pretty cool. This jar code. This creator is very talented at making signs. Like, this is so cool. But I think of all the maps, I think I like this one the best. So I think I'm going to download this. Alright, look at this next creator code. These vegetables are amazing. These look so good. I think I'm going to have to download probably all of them. I just love them so much. Wow, there's so many good codes. I think I like this code right here. I think it could look really good on a lot of different things, whether it's a stall or just as a blanket or something else. It definitely gives me some pirate vibes, and I think I like the darker navy type blue better than this bright one, so I think I might replace this one really quick. Next up is this puddle. I think it's so cute and perfect for this theme. Okay, this creator code is perfect for pirate core. They have a cannon and some other really good wooden codes. I really came to this creator code for this code. It would just look really cool, again, on the ship or in my house, somewhere where it looks like it's leading to a bottom level of the ship. Also, I found this Captain Jack Sparrow flag. This might just be my island flag. I really like this one. We've also got a giant X marks the spot. I feel like this is pretty much essential for a pirate island. This creator code has some pretty good roof designs. I think I will download probably one of these. These codes I think are going to be really good for the pirate ship itself. I think these could look really awesome in building out the ship. I also really love these wood planks. I'm just hesitant on getting the planks right now because I'm not sure if I want to go for a lighter color scheme or a darker color scheme, so I've kind of been putting that off, but I think I really have to make up my mind. Okay, there's also these codes that I found, which is pretty cool. Not really sure what I'll do with them, but I kind of want to download them anyways, but these are definitely something that I think I'll use for the town part. I think I'm just going to download a few of these as well. And the last big batch of codes I'm going to download, I think I've decided to use Colin's deck code. I just like how it has like this rope code that I could also use and this puddle, so I think I'm going to download this one. Okay everyone, so here are the codes that we are working with. Let me just pull them up for you. We have our water code and of course the dock that comes with the water. I really love this code and I just think the details in it look great, especially all the waves. Then we also have Colin's sandy path. I also downloaded this window here, which you're going to see more of the windows that we have. I have a lantern and the rope. Got some more windows, plank codes. I just think all these codes look really good together and it's going to be perfect for my pirate little market and shop area. And then we got some fruit, little filler coats to put on the ground, some roof tiling for buildings, and I think these are the coats I'm going to use for the big pirate ship. I don't know, I'm just really excited. I also downloaded these shells and this starfish here. I think it'll be really nice for a mermaid themed area. I'm really considering putting that somewhere on this island. And then we got all of our window codes here, as well as our deck and rope codes and just things. We got some wood planks. The only thing I feel like I'm missing are some stones, but I just love all of these codes so much. I guess we'll see as I progress in building this island, which codes I actually end up using more and which codes I use less, and hopefully we'll be able to move some around depending. Also, I forgot to show you guys all of my standees and codes that I found. So we got some little flags, some doors, the Skull Rock code, we got some mermaid designs and outfits. I found these dogs, which they're kind of funny. Let me display them right here. I just thought it was really funny, so maybe I can put them somewhere on the pirate ship or just somewhere around the town. But just look at him, he's just kind of really cute. Let's see, what else do we have? We have some more doors and just different standees for buildings. I'm not exactly sure how I want to attempt the buildings yet, but I just downloaded as many as I thought I would need in order to get my vision across. And I also found some more pirate dresses and things. I will try my very best to put all these codes on my Pinterest. It may take me some time, so please bear with me, but all of them are here. I hopefully showed you the majority. A lot of these codes are from the same creators, it's just on their like dresses and other designs section of their MA code. But yeah, these are all the codes I'm gonna work with. I'm really excited to start brainstorming and coming up with ideas. I think this is gonna be a blast. But first, I do want to change our island flag, so I'm gonna talk to Isabel here, and we will have a brand new flag for the island. I know I said I wanted the Jack Sparrow looking one, but I'm kind of also tempted to put in the one with the multiple skulls. I don't know. Let's just see which one looks better. Okay, here's flag option number 1. I think I like it. I'm just not sure if I like the red vibe or not for the flag. We'll see, but there's the flag. And here's what it looks like at the airport. And here's option number 2. I do think I like this one a little bit better. It just feels extra pirate themed to me. I don't know, but let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Which one do you like? Did you like option number 1 or do you like option number 2? I will probably go with whatever the majority says. Maybe I'll also put it in a poll, we'll see, but leave your comments down below. Which flag do you like better? I think I'm gonna leave it at this one for now, until I figure that out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna download that other code really quickly, and then we will move on to the next phase of this island. Okay, hi everyone, voiceover Tasia kind of taking over right now because my voice just, as you probably could tell, was getting raspier and eventually just gave out on me, but I still had some things that I needed to get done on this day, so I'm just doing a little voiceover. And the first update was I upgraded my house. I am trying to expand to get all 6 rooms, so I paid off my most recent home loan. I also decided to fly over to Harv's Island because I haven't really done that yet. I needed to talk to him, so eventually we can have Reese and Cyrus on the island so we can customize all the items that I would need for the future. And when I returned from Harv's Island, I actually grabbed a housing plot from Tom so we can add in one more villager to the island. Well, actually 2 villagers. So I did end up placing 2 different housing plots, and you'll see that I kind of made a mistake later on in this video. That kind of resulted in one of the plots being autofilled, so you're gonna find out what villager ended up moving onto the island. And also Leaf visited our island for the very first time, so I definitely wanted to get some bushes from him. I was trying to pick ones that I thought would look really good with the island theme I'm going for. And biggest update of them all so far is we have a new resident on the island. You guys, I finally got Rod. I did not get him from villager hunting. I actually order botted him, which was the first time I've ever done that, and I'm so glad I did because just look at him, he's perfect. But after time traveling to have Rod on the island, I realized that I accidentally autofilled my other plot that I had. So that was a little nerve-wracking, not gonna lie. But I officially checked the plot and I was actually thrilled to see that it was Weber who was going to move onto the island. He's just such a cute duck and I was more than happy to have him join Barbosa. I then time traveled once again because Harv's Island was finally unlocked, and I also gave the Lloyd enough bells so we can have Reese and Cyrus join the campground. And then also I went back so I could pay a visit to Weber and just introduce myself, say hello, and you guys, I got so excited because look, he is wearing a striped shirt. Like, what are the odds of that, having a villager move on to the island with a striped shirt and he fits the theme? It was just meant to be, so welcome Weber, I'm so happy you're here. And finally, the last thing I did on this day was actually work on a mood board, which I tried my best to record, but for some reason, the footage somehow got really choppy and corrupted, so I'm so sorry, but I couldn't really show you guys the progress of me making that. But I do have the finished mood board here, so I'll just go over all the little things that I have in this area. Normally with my mood boards, I usually just like to do something that I call a code dump, where I essentially just lay a lot of my codes and paths down on the floor next to each other, just so I can get a really good idea of how it's going to look and make sure that everything looks cohesive for my theme. So these are all the codes that I chose to stick with and the ones I think I'll be using the most throughout the island. And I'm just so excited to start building. I just think all of these codes look really good together, and the vision that I had in my head is really coming across once I created this mood board. It's very like beachy, a little rundown and rustic. I wanted to use some of the tan variations of the castle items and walls, so I hope seeing this mood board really helps you get an idea of the vibe that we're going for this island. And I'm just so excited to start building. And that would conclude today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I cannot wait for tomorrow's video where we are going to start building the entrance for this island, so definitely stay tuned for that. I'm really excited to get started on it, and I hope you guys are too. If you liked today's video, definitely consider liking and subscribing. I would love to have you guys join this cozy community that we are building here. And so you can also stay up to date with this series and what I'm going to do next on Barbossa. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely day or night, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!